Hello my fellow gamers, welcome back to the channel. My name is Zelric, and today we're continuing our playthrough here in Foundation. This is the village of Santa Alicia, and last episode we kind of focused on basically getting our patrols in. If you notice, we've got a lot of that going here. That is the purple you're seeing. And in doing so, we've been able to increase some of the density of our buildings as well, as some of them actually have increased their quality as well, so that's really cool. The next step will be to have residents with paved roads. We did actually open up our road paving here as well. I don't think we've put in the paver just yet, but we'll be able to do that and pave some of these roads, which will lead to higher density as well as better quality houses for our citizens. Let's go ahead and start her up. It was not running. Yeah, and just looking at it, what did we open it that was extra? It's showing. Okay. Yeah, it looks like everything looks good. So everything's running okay. We've got one unemployed, 85% happiness, which is not too bad. And most of that is taxes, which we're going to leave for now. We also were having a little bit of a shortage in our meat production here. However, that looks like that's gone up. We did increase our hunting area by adding this plot of land here, which we really haven't actually expanded on just yet. Kind of leaving it just so they could hunt it for now. And did move our hunter's hut right over here, so it's a little bit more in the thick of things. That's our first one we had, and we did install a second one as well. So everything's running pretty smoothly now. And as I was saying at the end of the last episode, I believe our next step is to actually purchase another plot of land and get down our sheep farm and possibly a dairy farm where we can make some cheese. So we're going to do the sheep farm initially because that will give our clothing, which are commoners, I believe it is. Let's see, these are commoners. Yeah, goods. They'll need common clothes as a good that they can use, and probably the first one we can actually get done. Much easier than the common wares and candle making. So we'll go ahead and do that. Got to look at the areas that we would like to buy. Let's take a look here. So we did have this area, which there's a lot of forest area there. And then we have this area here. It's a smaller area. I'm not sure about that one. Of course, this isn't too large. We could also take this area. Might take this area and put in our sheep farm. We will have to remove some of these trees, of course. But I kind of like the idea of kind of keeping our farms kind of close together. We could actually even maybe put the sheep farm here coming out this direction and kind of square it off with everything else that's already there. So I think that's might be what we do. We'll go right here. This will be an extra 20 a month upkeep, and it does cost 100. I'm not really worried about the 100 upfront cost. It's the upkeep. So we'll have to keep an eye on our wages here because we are only running right now at a 68 surplus per month. So we're going to get that. And of course, we've got to come in here. Actually, hang on. Let me see. I'm trying to follow those guys. Make sure I can grab them because I figure we might need them for our farm we're getting ready to install, but we'll go ahead and remove a lot of this. That way we can get our sheep in here. Keep that because I want to see what that resource is, just in case if it's iron. It's down in those woods. You can't really see it right now. It's right there. So we'll take a look here in just a second. We'll let them come over and start doing that resource removal to clear that area out. So we can go ahead and get our farm in. And I'm going to collect all three of those guys there. It's not going to hurt. Leaves us 4 unemployed, but not a problem. Now, we will have to be thinking about a residential area over this direction, just for the simple fact the farm's going to be over here, and we want to keep our residents close to the farm to kind of ensure that they don't have a problem getting to and from work. It makes them happier, really. So I'm thinking what we might do. Let's see. Got this little swath of land here around the edge. Maybe you could put our farm more over in here and bring it in this way and make this a small residential area here. I believe that might be what we do. Just kind of come in here, Put our residential area right here. Kind of right up against the road. That works. And then bring it maybe from here to here. Of course, I'm not sure how big the sheep farm does need to be. We'll determine that here in just a moment. But we could do that, and then maybe put our sheep farm, the tailor's office, you know, the weaver, things like that right through here at the edge of the woods. It's here right now. Now, what I'm going to do to kind of make this look kind of neat as well is just come in here, maybe just grab... Let's go do that back. Make our circle a little bit smaller. Maybe a little bit bigger than that. And grab a patch of tree here and there. That way, you know, our sheep actually have a little bit of shade, just to kind of make it look more like a pasture. You know, pastures definitely are not clear-cut completely. They may even have a patch of woods in the middle. And I'm going to kind of do that. We'll see how that looks once it's cleared off. May even take a little bit more of that out. But it's definitely at this point in time, it'd be easier to remove it later than try to add it back. So we'll let them clear that off there. And we'll kind of come over here and take a look and see what else we might want to do in this area while they're doing that. Go ahead and speed it up to ×2. So yeah, we have a lot of our houses have upgraded. This one's working on it. Is this? Yeah, this one's actually already upgraded to a higher density. This one did as well. So yeah, those guard posts where we have the guards standing outside did capture these couple of areas right through here. In fact, all they kind of need is a commoner, and they would actually go up a level of quality as well. Is there anyone in here that maybe we could move up that it would make sense? I believe a miller? See if what that job might be. Yep, it's better suited for serf. For now, we'll leave it like that then. Don't really care if the quality out here for now is not great. These are the ones I'm kind of interested in. Maybe going up a higher quality because they are kind of in our town center near a manor house. We want it to look really good in here. So is there anyone in here? Well, patrollers can definitely go up. So we might go in... Oh, no, it's this one. Yes. These patrollers, as well as these guardsmen, watchmen, can actually be promoted. So what we might do is maybe promote 3 or 4 of these guys. Yeah, we've got the gold. That's just fine. Just do it like this. And maybe grab this watchman down here. Just trying to force a couple of these houses to kind of improve in quality. We can go through and just basically hit some of these guys. Market tender. Patroller could go up. We'll do that. Because it seems like they bounce out of the house, then they'll come back to it. So we'll just kind of let a few of them play out, see how it goes. See, these are actually already higher quality as well. Now what we can do too, let's go down here. The paving office. Wonder what that would be under. Logistics maybe? Yes, paver's yard. Okay. I don't want that in the town center here. This is going to be for residents in the manor. So might stick it right here. This kind of makes sense, actually. Putting it right here near the stockyards and such. And we'll build that as well. Don't want to grab any more people. We've got 4 unemployed. We'll hold off and see how big this farm is. How are they doing over here? Clearing. They're working on it. Yeah, it's starting to come down a little bit right through here. Won't be long we'll be able to get that farm in. But we might, once this actually is in over here as well, start paving some roads. And I think I'm going to start in here. And then we may work our way out into the, some of these other residential areas. But I definitely want this whole area in here paved. For one, that'll give a little bit better quality home in there. And I think it'll just look kind of neat near the manor home that we have paved roads. I think that just kind of makes sense. All right. While we're doing that, is our bailiff busy? No. Let's go ahead and let's see. We're at 57 tools. We'll hold off on that just a minute. We'll do the influence here. Yeah, we'll do the influence for now. And that'll give us a little bit more labor splendor, or points, I mean, just the points up here, not the splendor. This right here, influence. There you go, that's what it's called. So they've brought 10 tools over. They should be working on this. We do have the 20 polished stone, no problem. Do we have the planks? Barely. So, yeah. Got to keep an eye on this. It's like it comes and goes depending on what we're building. Whether or not we've got planks actually being produced fast enough to actually, go with what we're trying to do here. Let's go ahead and increase the construction here, the project, prioritize it. So they'll get that done, and we'll have some other guys over here doing this as well. Yeah, they're getting through that pretty fast. So that works. I've noticed if you go up to ×3, which at this point in time it would be kind of neat to let it go to ×3, but I have noticed that if you do that, there's little bugs here and there. Nothing major, but like sometimes you'll miss certain missives and stuff. And I guess it's partially because, it's running so fast, the timing on it goes by quick. But it's like, I've noticed like the horses will come in, like, they come out from this direction, they'll come through here, go up and actually go through here and go on out. I don't know if it's just part of the game running. Maybe other areas are getting missives and it's just coming through here. They're getting little messages and stuff. But actually, in fact, at one point in time, I was kind of noticing as I was playing too, I had it run at ×3, and I had a trader actually come through and go all the way through the area and never buy or sell anything. I don't know why. So I just figure we'll run it at ×2 for now, just to make sure we get everything. Still aren't anybody coming over here. I may actually have to kind of increase my builders. Maybe put down another builder shack. I mean, I could probably do that and just maybe grab a couple more people. Where is the builder shack we had right through here? Maybe I could just move it and sit right here. Because we're not going to be really building a lot right through here for now. I mean, occasionally we might come in here and do that. So what I might do is actually move this. Oh, move it. And just bring it on over here where we're actually doing something. In fact, we could tuck it right across the street here. That way it's not going to interfere with any of our farms or anything. Let's see. Oh, it disappeared. Okay. See if I like the way it's sitting. Okay, yeah, I mean, that works. It's sitting there, it's fine. So basically, these guys, now their workshop is right here, so it'll help them focus over here and work on this. Because, we will be putting in there'll be homes that'll go here. We'll have our farms here, and possibly even, the dairy farms, depending on how large the pastures are for the sheep. So we'll see how that plays out. We're at 125 plus, so we're doing okay. Oh, and I did look offline, guys. In between videos, we were speaking at the end. I picked up the extra edic. Let's see. I'll show you what I was talking about here. This one here. Basically what this is, it has something to do with the maximum amount of influence you can get, and it really doesn't help you much. So I'm probably going to revise this and change that out. It's not something we need right now. What's this right here? Is this upgrading? Yes, it looks like it's going to medium density. Okay, that's cool. Oh, no, quality, housing quality. So it's going to level 2 quality. This doesn't have enough stuff there. So we can actually add 3 people here. We'll go ahead and do it. This is suited for commoners, so we may upgrade them eventually. But what we could do now that we have those guys in place is go in here and we'll paint some roads that need to be paved. And they'll just come through and pave these roads for us. And like I said, we're just going to do it in here initially. And try to pave all the roads. That way everything looks cohesive. And like I said, just inside the town center here. Back here to the manor house. Basically everything inside the fencing area. Oop, let's cut that off there. And through here. Looks like there's a road right there. Might as well get it. Right through here. Doesn't even look like anybody's actually going into the manor house, but we'll go ahead and put it right there. That way if eventually they make a path. And did I get everything? Oh, look at this. They're already doing it, so that's kind of cool. If they're going to be that fast with it, we may do some other areas as well. Of course, they will be probably taking stone to do that. We've got 254 stone, though, so we're okay. Maybe bring it to right there. Just outside the gate. Just outside the gate. Where's that other gate? I think there's one right through here. Well, in fact, they actually did come outside the gate a little bit, even though it's not inside my area. That's fine. It looks fine. You're like right there. Yeah, that works. Okay, so they should pave all that in there, which will give this the ability to even be a higher rated house once we get citizens involved. That's down the road, though. We definitely don't need those guys just yet. Yeah, they've about got this knocked out. So let's bring it up and take a look at our residential here. So like I said, this is going to be all residential. Oh, it will go into the farm field. We don't want to do that. Actually, I want to pull it back a little bit because I think just to make it look really nice later on, I may actually fence these fields in just to make it look kind of natural, you know, the way it would, you know, if this was actually real life here and people were building there for real. So I like that. There you go. And yeah, we'll I think we'll put our sheep farm right here. We'll bring it out this direction and see. I'd kind of like maybe make it long this direction and get it, and then hopefully in this corner here, put down our dairy farm and maybe bring it over here. I don't know how big these pastures have to be. I mean, you see the wheat farms, but you know, I know I looked in there, there is no expansion on those, so there won't be like where we have 7 wheat farmers. So I'm thinking it'll probably be like 3 or maybe even 2 depending on what's going on there. Just trying to let them finish this off real quick. But it is kind of neat to come on over here. Let's take a look and see how they're doing on the paving. Yeah, right through here. Look at this. I mean, that looks kind of neat. A little bit of paved walkway. Maybe it definitely actually makes our citizens move around the area a little bit faster. Let's see what this looks like now. Now we have paved roads. So literally, to get to the 3rd tier of the high-quality housing here, we just need a resident citizen. So that's kind of interesting. Like I said, we're not worried about doing that just yet. But if nothing else, we already have the paved roads down, so we'll be ready for it when we do get to the point where we can actually do that. All right. Got some more people coming in wanting to immigrate. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pick them up. That'll leave us 5 unemployed. That's about as high as I like going, and that's just because I know we're going to have some jobs to fulfill very shortly with these farms that we're putting in over here. Actually, no, just because they brought it out to here, let's pave our little market area as well. Right around here. I think that'll look kind of nice. And right here at the well as well. Kind of makes sense, I think. But yeah, they're definitely moving right along. Yeah, here's a guy. He's working at it. Look at that. Slapped it down. Got some cobblestone there. Looks nice. And it seems to make our villagers happy, which is the main thing. Got a little bit more right through here to finish up. Oh, it looks like they're actually pathing through my wheat field to get over here. Oh, wow. Oh, man, they're actually... Yeah, they are. So I need to wall this off to keep everybody out of here, because I want them to go through here. And right through here instead of... I mean, they're going to take the shortest path. That's what they're doing. Okay, so let's go into fencing. Let's see if we can find that. I guess we just type it in, make it easier. What's our biggest resource right now? So it would be stone, probably, because... Well, that uses wood. Would wood or stone? I think the stone wall looks best. So do we have a... Yeah, we have a fence. Where do we want the fence? Let's see, the farmhouse itself, the actual farm, is right there. So actually, yeah, I mean, literally using this walkway is what we'd want. And we'd want to open this direction. So we'll put that there. And we'll probably need another one over here as well. Because I'm going to do the whole area just to make it look kind of nice and neat. Alright, so back to fencing. Actually, let's go ahead and put the other gate down. Where is the other farm at? It's right here. So we might put it like right here. Just right there at the edge of the field. Very similar to what we did on the other side. We'll kind of face it out. Put it right there and build it. And then we'll just put in some fencing here. Shouldn't take too much to do that. Bring it to there. Oh, it's wanting to curve it. I don't want it to curve. I want it to be straight, at least for now. Kind of come through here. And just go along the edge of the field here. Just to make it look nice and neat. We'll build that. And once again, back to fencing. Grab our stone. Let's rotate it here so I can see where to put it. Right there. Bring it down here to the corner. Oh, where'd it go? Didn't like what I did, I guess. Yeah, right there. And take it kind of straight up through here. Should check out these decorations of the fake looking stone there. Okay. So like right here. And yeah, this is two different fields, but I'm not going to separate them. I'm going to keep them together. Actually, I don't like that. Let's move that. Okay. Wow, how many did I put down right there? See, at least two. All right, get rid of that one. Let's move this one to there. Pick this back up. Gonna bring it right through here. Literally right on the edge of our property. Of course, I would assume eventually we're going to buy the next area over, but that's fine. Bring it right down through here. And I'm actually just going to kind of do that so it looks a little bit more normal. And there you are. That should fence all this in. Now, granted, it's going to take them a while to build that as well, but that's okay. They've just about got all this done, so that's cool. Yeah, I think that'll look pretty nice once they finish up the fencing there, because you kind of see where it's going to be and what it's going to look like. Kind of cool. All right, so let's get off the wheat farm there. Yeah, so that's what it'll look like. There you go. A little bit organic, a little bit kind of cool looking, and it should stop them from pathing right through here. And I'm hoping what we can get is kind of force them to path through here eventually. Or, like I said, this will be like a village sitter. Cat! And hopefully with that wall up, they won't be traipsing through here, which they're still doing. They'll actually start moving right through here and coming up this area. Actually, that person is actually doing it correctly. Now, I could put a, where you have a, let's see, where's it at? Forbidden area. Basically, I could draw a forbidden space right through here. But what that would actually do is cause them to stop using this area completely. And if they do that, they may not sow this area with the wheat. And I don't want that, so we'll just kind of let it go. Once the fence is fully in place, they should actually stop walking along there. So let's look at our paved roads here. Coming along rather nicely. They've got it to here in the manor area. Now, one thing I have noticed, nobody's going to the bailiff's office, really. You have like a little small path there. It's very faint. What I wish I could do is actually draw in a path there, at least so it looks right that you would have people going to these two buildings. They really don't go in there. And in fact, the only reason these look like they've got stuff going on is because people are walking right past them. So, of course, someone did actually go in there. What is that? This is the watch post. So, yeah, people go in there. And I believe our tax collector, he goes in and out here, so you do see him doing that. Like the treasury, technically, there's nobody going in it at all. If you see, there's no path. Because there's nobody there, I mean, it is what it is, so. But it's okay. Aesthetically, it's still just fine. I'm okay with it. Almost done with the trees here. Oh, looks like we did get a trader. They bought some polished stone and some planks. Might cut out the planks because still not producing them too much. I think they're actually coming in and buying a lot of what we're actually producing now. And once again, our iron is not running great, but we do have 66 tools. So, I mean, we're still staying at a surplus. So, not a big problem there. We'll keep it on it. We did have this iron mine over here that's working right now. Eventually, I want to take that out, but for now, it'll be just fine. And how much more they got left over here? Just this area right here and the back side over here. Wow, they did leave quite a few of these trees, so I'm going to take some of this out. Like I said, it's easier to take it out than get it back. So I think it's Alt that, is it Control? There it is, okay. Let's get rid of that tree, maybe. Just trying to make it look, oh, I like the pine tree. I'm going to keep the pine tree. We'll get rid of that one. Maybe a little bit here. That looks like a birch tree. We'll keep that. Get rid of that one. Get rid of those. Kind of clear these out. Maybe keep the one there. Get rid of all those. Might as well. Alright, so yeah, I'll leave a little bit Take out some of this over here. Kind of like that. Like I said, leave a few of the trees, but I don't want to leave all of these that we're seeing right now. Maybe keep that one. Just to make the pasture look, you know, more normal. Because, if you have a pasture, a lot of times, your animals will have plenty of grazing area, but they also, like in the heat of the summer, they'd want trees to kind of get underneath for shade as well. I may be leaving a few too many, but it's okay. We'll see. Let them fish taking that out. That way, I'm not overworking my builders, because you've got builders that are going to be working on this, and then you've got builders that are going to be working on the tree removal here. So, and I think they'll actually prioritize the tree removal before they'll start working on the walls here. Oh, looks like actually someone... There's a gate. Pretty cool. Now, that's a farmer actually going in here. This will go away because they, like if you notice, he's walking through here. They don't leave tracks in the field. I guess they have the knowledge not to do that. They have the training. So, it's kind of cool. And just about ready to start putting in our sheep farm here. Real quick, we'll take a look up here and make sure all of our food's looking good. Our meat's at 144, 143. Got plenty of berries. Yeah, plenty of wheat coming in. Bread is still very high. So yeah, we're doing okay on our food production. And the next thing that will be coming in will be our common clothes. Well, it'll be cloth and common clothes. So that's kind of cool. And let's check our bailiff real quick. Yes, we're going to revise that edit. Yeah, I did 300 gold to do that, and it's going to take 4 turns. I guess we'll get it. It'll give us a chance, like maybe something to pick which one we want to get rid of. So, because we're going to get rid of this one and add a different one, that's fine. And then I want to check, not here, but our trade routes. We can't open these just yet. You need like the Kingdom Splendor or the Clergy Splendor. We can unlock Davenport with just 20 bread. We'll probably go ahead and do that. And once we'll get our clothes coming in, we can unlock Middle. So that's kind of cool. So what can they buy from us? Well, they could buy boar. Not worried about doing that just yet. They could buy bread. We could sell them bread. I think we already have this stuff kind of set up. Bread. Yeah, anything over 125 we're selling right now. So we'll get hit double for that. We'll have to see how that plays out. I may have to adjust that just a little bit. Not selling boar or meat right now. They're holding steady, but I don't want to lose that refined food. Fish is running. I mean, it's running okay. But if we continue our population growth, we may actually get a little low on fish. And like I think the last episode we did kind of go down through here and look at our options for fishing, and it wasn't very good. Because we've got our one fisher right over there. Nothing through here. And you would think, I mean, this is what kind of irritates me. You've got this one spot way over here, but there's nothing close by. And I'm not even sure how many territories we'd have to buy to get to this. Where was it again? Right over here. I was hoping there'd be something right. Oh, there is one right here. Now I don't remember seeing that before, but that's kind of cool because that's the next territory we can buy this direction. Not sure if there'd be a reason other than the fish that we would do it, unless maybe we decide to put fishing down. And well, that's a small area. I mean, I don't even see what type of farm we could do there. Might be something we have to look at in the future, but we don't need it right now. It's fine. So one thing I will do as we're just about ready to put in our farm here, I'm going to go ahead and set up our little village center for this area as well. Because we will have a few market stalls, stuff like that, because you don't want your citizens to have to travel way over here to get goods. So we're going to set up a little center here for them. May actually do it right over here beside the builder's hut. Nothing else. I definitely want to put in a well over here. Might just put it right here. That way it's really close to our citizens that'll have their village right here. Let's rotate it a little bit, make it look aesthetically pleasing. There you go. We'll put that there. And then we will build a small market here for them as well. Oh, we need the stalls first. Thinking maybe... What would we need? We need berries, fish, meat, bread, and clothes. So we'll need 5 stalls initially. You know what? Actually, we might just come right over here near the well, kind of like what we did in the other place. Just kind of install them near the well. So put one here. And I will add the tops to them too here in just a minute, the tents as well. We'll do that here in just a second as well. So that's 2. Oh, wait a minute. We're supposed to be... we forgot here, guys. Do apologize. Get rid of that one. Yeah, destroy. Now, what I needed to do was actually edit the building. That way they're all together. Makes a little bit more sense, a little bit easier to keep track of what's going on. So I was having a hard time lining this up because I didn't have my arrows. Oh, and if you see right here beside the fence, they're actually making a pathway now. So that's working good for us. Let's angle it just a little bit. So we'll do that. And that's 3. And this is that's our good stall. So this will be for the clothes when they start getting brought in. And I do it like right here. And one more for food. And that'll leave us places where we can actually put, bring it on down this way once we actually get other stuff as well. So we'll go ahead and do this. So red for berries, I guess. Blue can be for fish. Make this our tent for our goods. Put this one here. Fortunately, there's only 4 designs here, but that's okay for now. We'll apply the changes. All that can get built as well. And we'll have us a little marketplace. And I will go here and remove this residential right through here. Like I said, I want to keep this open so we can expand this market as well later on in the future. It still gives them plenty of room where they can come over here and build some residents. All right, so have we finished this yet? There's still a little bit back here. Might go ahead and just start it. Well, I don't want to overwhelm them. Of course, it looks like they may be focusing on this, maybe? Because they've actually started it. Have they started it? Yes, they've actually started right through here. And right through here, they're starting on sections of it. That's good. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I guess these are outside. Great. Alright, well, we'll bring it in a little bit. That's fine. I don't have a problem. I wish it would have told me beforehand. There we go. Anything else showing red? No. Okay. Oh, let's make sure real quick. I still got that in the red. That doesn't... Oh, I don't think I applied the changes. I understand now. Bring that in a little bit. Just a little bit. And just a little bit. Oh, still... that doesn't... see, that looks like that's inside now. That doesn't make sense. All right, well... That definitely should be in now, I would think. It's still showing it on the outside there, or outside the territory. I don't understand. All right, so I guess maybe we'll just have to take it to an extreme here and just bring it really further in. There's no way that's not, unless maybe it has something to do with this one. A little finicky. It's still showing it. There's no way that's out. So I'm just going to leave it alone, see what they do. If I have to, I'll delete that whole section and just redo it. In fact, I might do that. Actually, I don't know if I can do that. Because I'm pretty sure it's all connected. It's going to be a little bit of a pain, guys. Yeah, that's all connected. Because if I do this, I lost every bit of it. I knew that was going to happen. Oh, wow. Did that take... Oh, that took everything away. Wow. Okay, so now we know when you're building this stuff close to an edge, make sure that you just kind of... I mean, that even took away areas that they've actually already built. Ah, that stinks. All right, well, my apologies, guys. Let's start that over. Get this in real quick. And I'm going to do it in sections. Just build it like that. I think it'll be easier that way. If something looks like it's out of the area, I'm not deleting the whole thing. Take it right down through here. Like this. Let's see. Now tell me that looks any different than what I did before, guys. That does not make sense. That's okay. I'm not complaining. Let's just get it done. It just, yeah, I mean, it looks almost identical to what I had down before. So that's just kind of funny. We'll bring it to here. And all that shows that it's in. Like I said, that doesn't even look any different than what I had before. So that's kind of interesting, but it's fine. Let's see. Make sure that this lines up. Kind of like right there. And there. I have to move that. That's actually in the road. Then we'll connect it here. Build, and then we'll edit. Not destroy, edit. And bring that in just a touch. How's that look? Try to get it to the edge of the field. That way it looks really good. Nice and clean. Alright, nice aesthetics there, guys. Alright, apply changes, and I think we're good to go on that. Oh, and we have our first market tender we could put in. And we'll just go ahead and put berries here. Make that pretty easy. I think that's what, yeah, because we were going to do red for berries. That's fine. I mean, it doesn't really have to be anything that specific, but, you know. Alright, so does that look okay now? Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Take that one out. Just try to cut back a little bit on these guys. Okay, I'm good with that now. All right, so let's go ahead and look at putting in this farm real quick here. Goods production, I believe. Yes, sheep farm. All right, so give me where I've got the residential. Oop, not the help button. Yes, residential. I want to see where that's at so I can put this right on the edge of that, like right about here. Once again, you got to remember We don't want anything that's undesirable for them. Improving trade with Davenport. Okay, sure. We can check that out later. And we actually have a house already being built over here. Kind of cool. Anyway, back to it. What was I doing? Oh yes, the farm. They keep throwing things at me. So maybe kind of like right here in the corner, bring it up a little bit so we're not encroaching on the residential area. Right there. And we'll build it. Now, I don't think there are any additional buildings with this. No. So we'll have that there. And I'm probably just going to put, well, if we're thinking about doing a dairy farm on this side, maybe just go ahead and put the tailor and weaver literally right here beside it, because it'll probably have to have a warehouse and everything. So, but that's fine. So weaver's hut. So you can squeeze it in right behind it, like right here. That would be kind of neat. Let's see, how's that going to look? Maybe I'll rotate it a little bit like this. Even if it encroaches a little bit into that residential, it's fine. Actually, I would probably prefer that to be the tailor, where the people have the clothes. So maybe right here, build that. And the tailor's workshop, yeah, it's a hair bit smaller, and it actually fits a little bit better right here. Kind of like that. Boom. And might as well go ahead and get our logistics in, because we're going to have somewhere to store this stuff. And that would be our warehouse, because this is not a food source. I'm thinking probably, let's see, kind of like that. Maybe even bring it up here. That way, if we need to put in a secondary, I don't see us needing. I want to make this farm kind of straight. Let's just tuck it in here. That way, it can fit in here like this, and we'll go from there. All right, so that's all got to be built. I've overtaxed my builders for sure, but that's okay. All right, so this right here can actually be kind of upgraded. Go ahead and add people in here. We're going to need them, and we can just pick up more residents going forward. So we got berries in here. We'll get our fish in here. Get some bread in here. And this will be closed when we have time for the close. And they've still got one more that they could build. That'll take our last person here. And what would that be for? I get the meat. Okay. Cool. And see, if this is actually starting to fade out, so they'll actually start sewing on that again, which would be nice. Now we will actually need cloth to finish up these tents for these guys down the road. That'll be part of this production chain up here once it actually gets implemented. And how's our roads looking now? Everything is paved, it looks like pretty decent over here, guys. Nice. Go ahead and, oh yeah, we've got to remove it from here. Check that out. Looks pretty cool in there, guys. Everything's all paved. Got a number of houses that have moved up to medium quality. And everything else is high density in here, so that's kind of cool. Moving on up in the world, guys. We have a house here. Who's that? Market tender? Yeah, that's what I figured. That's kind of cool. Oh, we got to add the last market tender over here. Boom. And that resource will be for our meat. And that works really well because it kind of gives us like an area where I mean, even some of these guys over here are probably quicker to travel. So everybody has a market spot over here, so that's kind of nice. And maybe eventually what we could do is actually come in and put a couple watchtowers if we want this to kind of go to medium density. It's not something we have to do immediately though, because of course probably low density over here will be just fine for now. But one thing we can do real quick, since they've put their house in and they're the first people over here, let's give them a little bit of beautification. Nice. All right. Cool. Another house coming in. I like that. And if you notice, basically these people were unemployed. They probably lived somewhere over in here. Now they've moved over here, built their own house near their job because that's what they like. So that's pretty cool, guys. And we'll go ahead and pick these guys up because they will be coming over here and becoming farmers very shortly. All right, not much else going on. We'll go ahead. I'm going to let it run for a few minutes. Let them get all this stuff built up. Be good to go. Okay, I've let it run for just a few minutes. They've just about completed the house here, and someone is actually working on the sheep farm now. What I'm going to do is, actually, I'm going to go ahead, because I want to coordinate the two pastures together. I kind of like maybe group them together, kind of like I did these wheat farms. I think it looked aesthetically pleasing. I'm going to go ahead and come in here and build the... Have I opened the dairy farm up yet? I may not have. If I haven't, we're going to go grab it. Not yet. It's 250 gold. Almost capped out on gold anyway, so that's fine. Go ahead and open that up. And I'm going to go ahead and put down the dairy farm. I think that'll be kind of neat. Dairy farm and cheese maker. Wow, it's a little bit bigger. Once again, let's bring up our zoning areas. Okay, yeah, I thought I had that right there at the edge. All right, so might put it right here. Let's squeeze it in because I don't want to take out this fence. Might just put it right here at the edge of the fencing here. Boom. Build it right there. And we'll put that as a high priority as well. They get these two done, and then we can actually plot out where we want the farms to go so they look correct. So once again, I'll go ahead and let it run a little bit for a while. Everything's looking good. I mean, you know, all of our food stocks and everything are fine. Happiness is okay. It's at 84% right now. So looking okay. I grab this person because we're probably going to need them. And like I said, we'll just let this run for a few minutes while they finish building up these two farms, and we'll get those plotted in, guys. All right, so they've actually got both of these buildings done now. I did have these paused, so I'm going to unpause them, so they'll continue to build these. We'll need a granary over here as well, basically for our food stocks. But now we can go ahead and put in our workers. There are 3 that will go in the dairy farm, and just 2 as shepherds. So that actually takes care of just about everybody we had. Of course, we'll have to have somebody in here, all these different places, and we will have a granary and a cheesemaker eventually in this area. So all that's going to be plotted out. I'm taking a look here real quick at those buildings. Let's see, cheesemaker is a very large building. Wow. Okay. Let me bring it down actually this way and just kind of encroach on our residential just to an extent. I already have a house built there and it'll make them upset. Can't put it there. All right, so I guess it'll go right here, just kind of beside the farm itself. Let me check that wall back there. Don't want to go over it. Because luckily, the plants don't care about a little bit of noise from cheese making. So we'll put it right there. That looked good. Maybe bring it over just a touch. Alright, and they should be able to get to all entrances. Good to go. Put that there, and we, like I said, we will have to have a granary over in this area somewhere as well. I wish this rock right here, it's in the way. It does not look right. I'm going to try to build my granary directly on it and see if that'll clear it out. I don't know if it will, but we're going to try it. There we go, granary. I'm going to put it right on top of it. Zoom out a little bit. Don't want to go over the fence, but I'm kind of hoping that'll get rid of it. Yes, thank you. In fact, I may have to move this just a touch. All right, let's make sure that looks good. Apply changes. Okay, so there we are. Now what we can do, we'll come in here and we'll put down our fields for these two guys. Paint a pasture. We're going to go with the square. And I literally am going to start it right here. So we can get this kind of lined up. And I'm not sure how far up we've got to go with this. So we'll just take it up maybe to there. And already here, sheep. That's all one running. Still says it's too small. Oh wow, it still says it's too small. Okay, so these pastures have to be huge, guys. Was not expecting that. Okay, so it's adequate there. Go and fill that in. Okay. And that looks pretty good to me. Let's see, maybe. Don't want to make it too large. Thinking that might actually be good. Maybe just take it up from here. Oh, now it says too large. Okay, so I was actually pretty much good where I was. So, like I said, I really did not expect them to need to be quite this large. Ah, it's still saying I'm too large. Maybe if we just square it off a little bit right through here. There we go. Good enough. So there's our pasture for our sheep. It's a pretty nice size. Looks all nice and square. And then we'll put this pasture directly beside it. Kind of have it basically the same angle. I'm even going to overlap initially. Let's see. Maybe do it like this so I can see where I want it. And that'll have them touching, but that's perfectly fine. Bring it up to here. Now, unfortunately, this one isn't going to be quite as square as the other one because it is touching the edge of our property there. But that's fine. And still says too small. So it's going to take up most of this area to do this, guys. Just fine. Kind of like that. Now it says adequate. Still says adequate. Oh, okay, so I don't have to worry about touching that. It's not going to hurt it. And in fact, they can actually share that fence. That'll work. All right, so that's about as big as I can get it, guys. Without shrinking the other one down and moving this over a little bit. That'll give them a little path. I might round some of that off just a little bit. I think that's going to be big enough, though. I think we'll be just fine. If I notice that the cheese production's not going well, I can always maybe adjust these fields just a touch, but I'm not stressing it right now, so let's take this down just a touch. Move it right there, and kind of bring this back so it looks a little bit more natural right through here at least. With their walkway. All right, there we are. So now we have our production going in. We've got our cows, which this is interesting. This is the cow field over here. This is the sheep field. However, our cow has wandered over. So that's kind of neat. So it does make it look like it's a blended flat pasture. It would be kind of neat if these guys actually would wander way over here and everything would just kind of blend, but I don't know if it'll do that. All right, so what we got here, they're producing resources, and it says missing raw. Well, yeah, I mean, they're waiting for the sheep to be done there, so got this. These guys will need citizens to put in there, which we have nobody right now. Let's see, do we have anybody that's come in? Oh, got a missive. They want wheat. How much wheat we got? We did have quite a few. Well, we've got 619. It says we have 150 inside storage, but it shows 619 up there, so that's fine. We'll do that. Because that does give us the clergy influence as well as another 225 gold. So kind of cool. And I see 4 people. Going to grab them. And I believe I'm not so much worried about the cheese making initially. I'm looking, definitely won't. Well, they built the cheesemaker before they built my weaver. Well, we'll put 2 in here to start with. Get those guys going. All right, everything's looking good. So we got that in. We got this walled in. Everything's looking nice. May have to look at maybe doing some high density housing over here, because they've already put in quite a few of these. We'll look at that next time once we get going. We do have our marketplace actually over here thriving really well, so these guys are going to be happy having that real close to where they're at. The only thing they don't have over in this area just yet is a small church. I may build a rustic church once I purchase another area. Definitely not have to worry about the monthly cost because we are still running at a surplus of 134 with this production chain getting ready to go in. Where initially I'm going to be selling the cheese and just making profit off of it. Eventually we'll let our citizens have it, but I'm not worried about that right now because they are just commoners, and commoners are happy with 2 sources of refined food, which we do have our meat and our bread. Which I just noticed our bread has gone down an extent. I think it's where we picked up the extra trading route. So I have to keep an eye on that, guys. Anyway, for now, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. Next episode, we'll take a look at finishing up this area, getting the production chains fully automated and get them ready to go. And then we'll see what else we might want to get into, guys. Like I said, maybe do some medium density over here with these houses. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you're enjoying the videos. If you are, make sure you subscribe to the channel. There'll be plenty more coming out later on. Also, don't forget to like this video, because if you do that, other people get a chance to see it. YouTube will promote it a little bit more. Until next time, guys, take care. Thank you for watching.